This is lesson 3-4, inequality word problems. Some key words that we need to look for with inequality word problems. If you see any one of these particular phrases, at least, the smallest possible value, or the lowest possible value, when you're setting up your inequality, you want to use a greater than or equal to sign. At least is the phrase that you'll see more often than not. We want to use less than or equal to when we have at most, the greatest possible value, or the highest possible value. And again, the one that you'll see most often is at most. Here's your procedure. So you want to read the problem and highlight your keywords. You want to write your let statements, and you'll see a mixture of the types of problems that we've seen before, basically the ones that we saw in the last unit. At this point, you want to set up an inequality to find your unknown. Solve your inequality and write your conclusion statement answering the question that was being asked of you. Here's an example. Mr. Burke had a sum of money in the bank. After he deposited $100, he had at least $550 in his account. At least how much money did Mr. Burke have in the bank? Pause the video at this point to give yourself a chance to try it on your own. So the first thing that we want to do is highlight our key words. For numbers and variables, we want $100, $550, and how much, and the money that he had previous to the deposit. For our operational words, sum or deposited. Either one will work for this situation. And then, of course, at least. So our let statement is as follows. We want to let X be the money that Mr. Burke had in his account. Next, we set up our inequality. The sum of money after deposited would be X, what he originally had, plus the $100. At least, we want to use greater than or equal to, and then the $550. At this point, we want to solve the inequality simply by subtracting 100 from both sides and having X greater than or equal to $450. My conclusion statement is, therefore, Mr. Burke had at least $450 in his account. If you're having any issues with any portion of this lesson, please make sure you are emailing me or consulting me in class.